Hey, good morning, guys. Just wanted to check in, touch base. I have been taking a look at the discussion questions, and I just want to let you know that I'm going to be uploading the grades into that very shortly. If for some reason that you were unable to make an initial post, that's going to go in the grade book as a zero. You can make that up. Just send me the post in an email, and I'll get that grade cleaned up. I know we're still kind of all getting through the technology issues that we had during the hurricane. Um, the initial posts, try to get those two other responses. The whole idea behind the discussion forums is to make sure that we have a discussion going on. And I'm seeing that, and that I'm seeing a lot of good things there. Just make sure that if you weren't able to post because of the storm or for some other reason, I believe the discussion forums are closed, send me an email with your initial thoughts on that, and I'll get you some credit for it. Week 5 was all about progressives. Sometimes that term gets thrown around pretty loosely these days. Typically, it's talking about left of center politics. In the progressive era, we can see that both Republicans and Democrats were using this term of progressivism. Really, what that means in that era is that they thought that the government could use legislation to fix problems. There's this whole other subsection of journalists called muckrakers that tried to highlight those problems. People like Upton Sinclair and I forget the other one, Ida Tarbell. So they're showing the different problems of society, racism, corporate greed, the problems of the workers, and they're trying to make the government get involved. Teddy Roosevelt is probably the first of the progressive presidents. There were progressives prior to him, but Teddy Roosevelt is really the one that tries to use legislation to fix problems. Most famously, we have like the coal miners' strike, where Teddy Roosevelt used the military not to attack the workers, but to force the owners to the negotiating table. Probably less well known, but more influential to your life. There was a problem of college athletics. Football was very violent. There had a large number of deaths in the ranks, the college football ranks. So Teddy Roosevelt forced the NCAA to legislate new rules, including the allowance of the forward pass, open up the game, and hopefully lead to less deaths. So the modern NFL really has its roots in this progressive era politics. Woodrow Wilson comes in because of the split ticket after Taft. He's going to look at the world a little bit differently, whereas Teddy Roosevelt allowed some monopolies that he thought were good monopolies but broke up the bad ones. Wilson is more of a free market capitalist. He doesn't like monopolies at all, tries to break them all up. Wilson has his own set of issues, famously racist, but there are different elements of progressivism that we can see between Roosevelt and Wilson. Week 6 coming up, you're going to be taking a look at World War I, again under Woodrow Wilson. So I will be taking a look at your discussion questions here. Excuse me. So not only how we got involved in World War I, but also the post-World War I plan. This idea of Woodrow Wilson's 14 points are a very progressive way to try to end the war and try to fix the problem of future wars. And discussion for 31. The conflicting ideologies and underlying desires of the 1920s. I know a large number of you are doing 1920s papers, especially with the flappers. So this idea of morals and how they're different from the previous system. World War I really kind of threw a monkey wrench in all of the ideas of what was good and evil and what we should do as a society. So I'll be interested to see your thoughts on that. And I really wanted to have a message, not only to check in what we've done and what we're doing, but what's coming up next week. Next week is week 7, and you'll see that in week 7 we have our midterm exam. Now the midterm exam, I'm going to give you a series of questions. There are going to be 3 sections, and in each section there are 2 discussion questions. What I'm looking for is for you to select 1 question from each of the 3 sections for a total of 3 papers. So you're going to write 1 or 2 pages on each question. It should be a traditional essay format, answering the question to the best of your ability. You can use outside sources. You can use the text. A lot of them are the questions should be based on things we've already discussed, although it won't be worded the same. The questions will be opened I believe Sunday going into Monday at midnight. So it's Sunday at midnight, Monday morning, you'll receive the questions. They are due Sunday at midnight going into Monday morning the following week. So you have a full week to work on them, and I would ask that you try to submit them earlier rather than later. We do have a couple of other things going on, but I tried to make these this week a little less strenuous. One discussion question, one quiz, one chapter. The midterm examination, again, please have that done. It opens up October 30th at 11:30. That's actually Sunday at midnight, and it closes November 7th at midnight, so you won't be able to access it at that point. So work on it early. Please submit it as soon as you can. If you have any questions, again, please let me know. I'll be putting those discussion grades in soon. I'm sorry it's taken so long to get them in. I've been tinkering with the system a little bit, trying to figure out how to do it a little bit more easily on my end. But I'm working on that. I will get those in, and if you missed any of those back initial posts, please get them into me. Again, any questions, feel free to give me a call or feel free to email me. Thank you, and have a nice week.